Peace. My name is Brother Baki. I want to welcome you to Uncle Baki's Island.
Hello, I'm Cedric Mitchell, and you are watching New Way to Live.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I want to welcome you all to today's show, Uncle Baki's Island. I thank you all for those who are. I see the increase picking up in our listenership and our watching. And for those of you who are watching, look, it's only going to get better. So hang on, continue on, because with this show, you will grow in knowledge, understanding, and then you will apply that knowledge and understanding and apply that and have some wisdom. Okay? This is a show for self-improvement and betterment in our community. Every week, I want to let you know because, and then you'll see something. You'll say, well, every Wednesday, he mentions the Final Call newspaper. And that's because it comes to our city of Columbus, Georgia, and its surrounding area every Wednesday night. So you all won't see it until tomorrow, which is Thursday. And this is the latest issue of that paper, the Final Call newspaper. And I want you to pay particular attention this week to page 20. Page 20 is a beautiful article dealing with an exclusive interview with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for information, instructions, and guidance for 2016. I'll just say this. Some of you know, and if you don't know, then wow. If you don't know, then I'm going to be honest. That's not good if you don't know that 2016 is going to be a heck of a year. If you don't know that and don't feel that and don't see that, then really that's not good. But you're all right because you're listening at this time, so you're in the right place at the right time. But I want you to pay particular attention to page 20 of this week's issue of the Final Call newspaper. And of course, you're going to see your Brother Baki, or you can call me Uncle Baki, but you'll see me on Brennan Road, and I'm there. Man, please, when you're there, I'm there. Let's put it like that. Okay? So, and then you have various other spots where you'll see Brother Charles. You'll see him by the old Tillinghurst School, and he's there faithfully as well. So pick up your copy of the Final Call newspaper. Most of you know that it's $2 because it's been $1 for many years, but it's now $2. So with that being said, we're going to get right into the crux of tonight's show because this is a very, very important show. And tonight's show is dealing with our financial education. Okay? And last week, if you tuned in, last week was a powerful show because we talked about financial prosperity for those who make money off of the foolishness of us who continue to become incarcerated under foolish conditions. Last week we talked about how our incarceration makes some corporations big bucks, makes them rich, make them big ballers in the community. And it does nothing for us, but it makes us something, which I wanted to say last week. It makes us into something. And I want to say this word because this goes on to our show. Are you familiar with it? I know that you are, being in Columbus in the South. You're familiar with the word livestock? Livestock, when you think of cattle, you think of livestock. You've got goats, you've got cows, you've got other animals that are called livestock. And the reason why they're called livestock is because they are stock or something that can be transferred into the wealth, and they're livestock, not a stock as such as stocks and bonds, but this is livestock, and livestock is cattle. Well, guess what? When you are incarcerated, you are livestock. You are traded on the stock market, and you are alive. You are livestock. And you got to believe that people are making money off of many as they can get of us in the prison industrial complex system. They're making money off of livestock. So with that being said, one of the reasons that we get involved with the prison industrial system complex system is because we don't have that money in our pocket. And listen, I understand it. No man feels good. No man worth his salt. No man feels good with no money in his pocket. In fact, it takes away your ability and my ability to really be the man that we could be and should be. So I am not saying that as if I'm a person who have my bank account is banging, my pockets is fat. No, I'm not saying it like that. But here's what is strong. Here's what's fat. It's my mindset is fat, and I don't keep my head in the sand. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to rob nobody to get it. But so I know that it's going to come, but it's not here yet. But it is about financial education, and that's what we're going to talk about a little today, because I've come involved with powerful financial education instructor and a powerful financial education coach and mentor who is helping me, and we are helping others. Does that make sense? So with that stated, I want to talk about financial education. I want to talk about that, and I want particularly our men to listen and understand, not to listen, pardon me, but to really be tuning in, because this is the truth. Many times the sisters, they're going to be better than us, brother, when it comes to taking care of their business. That's just what it is. We're going to procrastinate more. We're going to wait more. We're going to put it off more, and they're not. They're going to be on top of it more, and top of their game more, and it's really supposed to be, it's good that they're there, but it absolutely is supposed to be the other way around. No nation that's worth its salt, no nation of civilized people can be strong when the man put all the important things off, the man's not taking care of business, the man's not on top of his game. So the very first thing that I want to say to our brothers, look, just a simple thing that you can do. It's just a simple thing. Get yourself a bank account, man. Just get a bank account. We're not talking about you got to have $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 in it. Just get enough that it takes to open up a bank account. You can go to CB&T, and I think you can open up a bank account for $25. Start there. Start with a banking account. And once you get that banking account, save something to put in that banking account. Anytime that we get whatever it is that you get, if it's from a job, if it's from any type of compensation, save some portion of your compensation. Generally speaking, they say save 15 to 30% of it. But you got to save something of it. And a lot of times people say, well, look, my bills are like this, and I just can't save because by the time I get my check, it go to all my bills. Listen, I understand that. But the point is that you have to save something. When you get your check, or you get your compensation, you've got to put some of it in to save something somewhere. And you're going to have to juggle your bills around. You're going to have to, there's something that we have access to that we don't do a lot of times, and that's call the bill collectors and delay the payment or change the payment time. But we've got to save something. That's the first thing. What I do is that I normally take, if I go to the store and I'll spend $5, and they say, well, it's $4.75. Well, they say that, well, this is $4.99. Well, I'll always pay $6. Or, pardon me, I'll pay whatever silver that I get back. Let's put it like that. Nickel, dimes, quarters. Then I keep that. Pennies, I spend that. Okay, so I kind of keep the pennies in my little penny thing, and I keep that in my pocket. But all the silver that I get, I spend it. I save it. So at the end of a certain point in period of time, when I keep saving that silver like that, this is just to talk about saving something. I'll look at my jug after a couple of months, and it's $100 in there, in quarters, dimes, and nickels. So point is, find a way, make it happen, save something. Okay, the other thing that I do is if you get a compensation, if you get any type of check, take your check, get $10 of it, take it to the bank and get a $10 roll or $15 roll, $25 roll of those gold coin dollars, and put them in your little savings box. Because what happens is when you see those gold coin dollars, you can save those because you don't really want to spend them. Okay, but do something to save something is the point, okay? Now, let's go a little bit further. Now, here's what the crux of what we have to do, though. We have to get you to restore your credit. Listen, credit is very important. Credit is very important. We've got to restore your credit, and then you've got to protect your credit. Most of the time, we're not thinking about our credit. And sometimes those of us who have thought about our credit have destroyed our credit. Listen, restore your credit and then protect it, okay? There are two things that are more valuable than that money that we chase and kill and fight for. Two things that's more valuable than that. It's actually three things. But the two things that I want to talk about that are tangible, that's physical things that are more valuable than that money, the first one that's more valuable than that money is land. Land is more valuable than money. Land is more valuable than cash because people will pay enormous amounts of cash to get land. And many times too often, black people have sold their land for cash. And why you think the people buying the land? Why you think they giving you, what they give you is chump change? Land. Okay? The second thing that is more powerful than your money, and we're going to talk about that after the break, but I'm going to say it right now, is credit. You've got to restore your credit and then protect it. So stand by, go get you some coffee, go get you a drink, and come back because we're going to go into it after this break. Thank you. You're tuned in to Uncle Baki's Island on the New Way to Live Network. And I want you to stand by because we'll be right back after these messages. Peace. I'm Brother Baki from Uncle Baki's Island. Listen, I need you to come and join our weight loss course. This is a course that you know that you need. You need to lose. We need to lose some weight. Let's do it. Let's not tell it procrastinate any longer. Let's make it happen. So I need you to call me at 706-464-1940 and enroll in our weight loss class today. All right, we're back. Now look, we talked about those two things that's more valuable than that money, and that is land and credit. Listen, if you got a stack of money, if you got $5,000 in your pocket and you want to rent a car because you want to go down to Florida for the weekend, you go to the Enterprise right up the street on Macon Road with that knot in your pocket and you say, I'd like to rent a car. Can you rent a car with the $5,000 or $10,000 of cash? The answer is no. You cannot rent a car with cash. You have to have some form of credit. And so if you have a debit card, then they're going to run your credit to see what they, of course, charge you more to see what based upon your credit score. So credit is everything. If you want to move into an apartment, then to move into the apartment, what are they going to do? They're going to run your credit. And then when you get in, if you get in based upon your credit score, if your credit score is high, then you're going to put a nice deposit down, a high deposit down, because your credit, pardon me. If your credit score is low, then you're going to put a nice deposit down because of your credit score. And if it's high, then you'll get over the deposit. But if it's low, and when it comes time to turn them utilities on, how many of you knew this? That when you call the Columbus Water Works, and you want to turn your water on, they say, yes, we can turn your water on, but we need a deposit. How many of you knew that they need that deposit because they ran your credit and your credit score was sufficiently low, so they require a deposit? Okay? So credit is very important. If you want to get a vehicle, what do? They run your credit. And then if once you call Geico to get your insurance, hey, what are they doing? You might not have known it. A lot of people don't know that to get insurance, they run your credit. And your insurance premium and insurance rates is dependent on your credit. So credit is very important. We want you to be, this show is dealing with financial solutions. You need a solution and a plan. Because I know that those of you listening, you just don't have a solution and a plan to work it out. Is that right? Well, listen, I want to help you with that. I want to help you with a solution and a plan. So that's what this show is dedicated to. It is dedicated to getting our financial affairs in order. So what I want you to do is to, again, start, if you don't have a bank account, get a bank account. And then I want you to seek out a way to increase your credit. Because if you want to go into business for yourself, I hear people all the time saying, well, I can't get a job. Well, let me tell you something. The job situation is very bad in Columbus. That is just what it is. We've got to be real. Even if the job situation was not, if there were a few more jobs, the economy is so bad. And I'm going to give you a prime example. In 1986, man, I'm giving my age, but that's all right. I don't mind because I'm still a young man at heart, and I'm young, period. But in 1986, as I was getting out of high school, I got a job with Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. This was 1986. And guess what? I was making $9.83 an hour. Okay? A gallon of gas was 86 cents a gallon. A fly plush apartment was about $300 a month. Okay? So I'm making $9.83 an hour. Now here's what will make you understand why the economy is toe up. It is because most of you now are applying for jobs today in 2016, 30 years later, to make about $9.83 to $10 an hour. Is that right? I know it's right. It's the going rate out here. You got a $10 job, you say I'm doing something. I'm here to tell you, if you got a $10 job, keep it, but you absolutely have to have some other options. Because a $10 job in the 2016 economy, you can't take care of a family with that if you're a man. You can't do nothing with that if you're a man. Not in the way that you should be able to do and could be able to do. So I'm telling you that you need to get your credit restored. And so you say, well, what do I do? How do I get it restored? Well, I'm going to give you my number as we close the show, which we're wrapping it up, because I just want to offer you a solution and a plan. I want you to come into our office and see me. I'm not going to tell you get your credit fixed and give you some other financial tidbits and throw them out there at you and then say, okay, I'll see you later. No. I'm telling you, when you come into my office, you're going to get two things that will help to change your life. You're going to get a solution and a plan of action. And I'm going to help you through the process of that with that solution and that plan of action. So only thing that you got to do is try something that you have not done in the past. So we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to see who's going to come in them doors, because I know the intelligent of you, the smart of you, those of you who want to do something with your life, you're going to come through those doors. So with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. I want to let you know, yes, the lotto is $1.8 billion. Yes. The question is, will you win it? I'm going to answer it. The answer is no. Mathematics, numbers don't lie. You're not going to win that lotto. I'm sorry. The more people playing that lotto, not only in every state, but every city in America, by the thousands and millions. You're not winning it. So don't let that be your plan. Okay? Your plan, solution and plan, come and see Brother Baki. Okay? Now, I want to, don't be the type of person that needs some financial solution and a plan, and you don't get no help for yourself. Don't be that type. Don't be that type. Question. As a grown adult, let me ask you a question. Can a newborn baby help themselves? Can a brand new born baby help themselves? I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think about that. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. Question, can a newborn baby help themselves? Many of you said no, and you are 1,000% wrong. A newborn baby can help themselves. They can help themselves by crying out to their mother. That cry is a cry for help. That cry means, Mommy, change me. That cry means, Mommy, I'm hungry. That cry means, I'm hurt. That cry means, I got gas. It means a lot. But that is how they help themselves. So what's stopping you as a grown adult from helping yourself? Nothing. Let me stop and I'll end it with this. There is something that's stopping you. What's stopping you is the most powerful thing in the universe. You know what that is? What's the most powerful thing in the universe? Most of you would say a mind. Your mind. Your mind. That's only partially right. What's stopping you is not your mind. What's stopping you is the lack of a made-up mind. So to answer the question, the most powerful thing that you have is not your mind, but it's a made-up mind. So when you make your mind up to do something, then it's a done deal. So with that being said, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. And I wanted to drop that piece, and we're going to talk more about financial solutions, plans, and financial education. We're going to have a guest that I'm trying to get in, and not trying, but I've just got to make the schedule adjustments to get him in, and he is a financial expert, and he has a great desire to help people with a financial solution and a plan. He is what I'm tied and connected into. I call him coach. I call him mentor. He's my vice president, and he's a beautiful man. His name is Johnny Newsom, and I want him to be our guest. But it's all about a solution and a plan. So with that being said, please give me a call. Brother Baki, Uncle Baki, however you want to call it, 706-464-1940. Call me and say, Brother Baki, I need a solution and a plan. Listen again now. Don't be the type that won't help yourself when you know that you need help. Don't be ashamed. I'm only here because I'm a product of one who knew that I needed help, and guess what I did? I went and got the help. So don't be ashamed. If you need that help, I promise you I want to help you. So with that being said, give me a call, 706-464-1940. And guess what? I want to say to you, it's still the beginning of the new year. Happy New Year. And I want you to have a winning day and stay strong, and God bless you. You're tuned in to Uncle Baki's Island on the New Way to Live Network. And I want you to stand by because we'll be right back after these messages.
Did you know that in today's society, your credit score is like a vital sign in the hospital? It's being monitored at all times. If not by you, certainly someone else is monitoring your credit. It can have various impacts over your life. It can impact your insurance premiums as well as your interest rates. You can be denied the ability to rent a home, purchase a car, get a credit card, or even more, you can be denied employment. Did you know that over the course of your lifetime, less than an excellent credit rating could cost you over $150,000? 20% of credit reports have errors on them, causing lower credit scores. But did you know this? The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives all Americans, including you, the right to dispute and or investigate any item on their credit report. Inaccurate, erroneous, or obsolete items such as late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, judgments, repossessions, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, short sales, medical bills, and many other items can be removed from your credit file or can be updated to reflect paid as agreed. Hey, you don't have a minute to waste. Call me today at 706-366-5520. Again, that's 706-366-5520. Let's get started increasing your credit score.
Hello, my name is Sylvester Jenkins, pastor of Passover Ministries, and you're watching The Way to Live. Join us on this broadcast as we talk about life skills. God bless you.
All right, family, listen, we're going to close out. I just always like to close out in prayer. One thing that our community desperately needs is prayer. You know, I remember when I was, I guess you could call it in the streets in the world, and I didn't, but the power of prayer, I wasn't praying, you know what I mean? In fact, I just didn't want to look corny in front of them cats I was rolling with. But listen, to me now, I don't care. Listen, prayer helps so much because I don't care what you think about it. Prayer helps, and I believe in a mighty God. So I want to say I continue to read the Final Call newspaper. I want to invite you out to our mosque. Listen, this is a place, let's just call it a temple or a school. You can take it as a religious place. You can take it as a place to come and get some education, learning. You don't have to be a Muslim to come. We're located at 2324 Francis Street. That is right off of Winton Road. And there's a Popeye's Chicken on Winton Road. We are directly behind that Popeye's Chicken right next to Bargain Town. I want you to come and be my guest, Brother Baki. Come and be my guest Sunday at 11 o'clock. Be my special guest. And say, Brother Baki, I saw the Uncle Baki Island show on YouTube, and I wanted to come and be your guest. I saw you on Facebook, and I wanted to come and be your guest just to check it out for myself. See, you can't see, after you come and be my guest, you can say, I've checked it out for myself. But nobody can't tell you because you've checked it out. And that only makes sense. So 2324 Francis Street, right behind the Popeye's Chicken off of Winton Road, right next to the Bargain Town store. Come at Sunday at 11 and be my special guest, okay? Read the Final Call newspaper, weekly newspaper, the greatest newspaper on the face of the earth. Okay, and I want you to join me in prayer. Please join me in a prayer. This is called the success prayer. Please join me in prayer. Our Lord, we beseech your help and we ask your mercy. For we believe in you and we trust in you for all that we need. We are helpers in your cause. With your apostle, please grant us success. Amen. I pray for your success and for my success. God bless you. Have a winning day.
Hello, my name is Juan Lane, and thank you for tuning in to this station, New Way to Live. Listen, we can't do it without your help. We need you to send your donations in today. This is how this station operates, and we're trying to do the very best for you and your family with the production that we have. We are really giving it our all, but we cannot continue it without your financial support. So please send your offerings in to P.O. Box 3615, Columbus, Georgia 3631903, in care of New Way to Live, and we'll make sure that we get it on so we can keep this great program going. If you and your family are enjoying it, we pray that you continue we pray that you send us a offering that we can continue it and do the very best for you. Also, make sure that you watch our public education program. This is a very special program where it can help you prepare for your next test. The public education program right here on New Way to Live. Thank you.
Did you know that the majority of people have no will, trust, or power of attorney? What will happen to your children, property, or other assets? If you can't make decisions for yourself, who will know your wishes? Will the appropriate people know where to find all of your personal and financial documentations and information? Well, we have a program developed by attorneys to complete at your own pace from the comfort of your home. You can update this program as needed with no add-ons or surprise fees. You can secure all of your important information in this virtual password-protected safety deposit box with easy-to-use services and client support system available. Please call me today at 706-366-5520. Again, call me today at 706-366-5520. I hope to hear from you soon.